Welcome to Through the Looking Glass. While here in Wonderland, we're going to discuss topics and share stories to help clear up the distorted views of relationships. We provide a safe place for balanced and honest conversation. While each episode can help all who listen, the focus will be on the community of color. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the conversation. Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of Through the Looking Glass podcast. Been getting some really good feedback about the past episode, so thank you. And this one's going to be just as entertaining, I think. I think. We're going to be talking about unconventional relationships. But before we jump into the topic, let's do our mental health roundabout check. We're going to jump first with Chris. How you doing, Chris? How's your week been?
It's been all right. Just my mood's been up and down, peaks and valleys, but I've been getting through it, so it's all good.
Isn't that typical Gemini though?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I've been doing something different. I don't know. I just know.
Don't make my joke crash. Like
well, I said, nah, it ain't no joke. I'm being serious.
Oh God.
What?
Okay.
Oh, I can't be serious.
I'm sorry, everybody. If anybody's listening and think I was trying to be jokey, I'm sorry, Chris. Do you forgive me, Chris?
Just be funny.
So you're good?
Yeah, I'm always be good. Even when I'm not good, I'm good.
Keisha. How you doing, Keisha?
Well, hello, boys and girls. It has been, today has been extremely busy. This week seems like it just went by so fast. It's like I always have a goal by the end of the workday of different tasks I would like to have completed so I can start fresh the next day, and it was just not happening all week long. It's been a good week, just it wasn't enough time in the day. So
I feel you. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're both here, including you, Chris. And Marcus. What's up, Marcus? How's your week been?
It's been good. Tired. A little restless. But it's been good. Long week. I do a lot every day. All right, come on, let's go.
That's great. I'm glad you're here. Sorry you're restless.
I am restless.
My week has been interesting. It's always it's always great when you get to update your LinkedIn profile. So I did that today. I officially got my last name back. Officially. Like all legal now. Yes.
How long that take? Okay. All right.
Uptime, buttercups.
And I'm going to New York next week. So I'm good. I'm good. A lot I think is returning. I just feel like myself again, and I feel like I'm going into a different phase in my life, and I'm ready. I'm ready for it. So I think this week kind of was the door opening for it, and let's get it. Let's get it. So yeah, jumping into the topic at hand. Let's start with poly. So, those relationships is when you have multiple people in the relationship. Now, I've usually only see it where it's one man and multiple female. And I'm always like questioning that. So, I guess my question is, A, could you do it? Could any of y'all do it? And B, if the answer is yes, like what would the dynamic be? Like,
Uh, I don't. I seen it where it's like a woman and like four
I'm not
guys.
talking about Pornhub. I'm talking about a
It wasn't
relationship.
for her. I'm talking about poly. It was poly. It was
Just making
poly.
sure we're
Do it.
talking about the right thing here.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Not poly. That's too many people. And I think it'd be maybe, but from what I've seen, I think people really enjoy it.
Again,
From
we're
what
not
I've
talking
seen.
about Pornhub.
We're not talking about Pornhub. We're talking about, well, not red tube either, but still. But we're talking about
Yeah.
I'm
How did
sorry.
like, it ain't even been 10 minutes. And how did sex get brought up? And I know for
He's
us the
talking about
topic that
poly.
we're discussing, but good God Almighty, I thought we was going to at least get halfway in before we got to that. But
I didn't start it.
yeah, I mean, I forgot who our fearless leader was. So
I did
No,
not
he was
start it.
he was talking about it. I was making sure he was clear. He said he's restless, and I'm just trying to make sure he's
look,
okay.
man.
Are you okay, Marcus?
Yeah.
I'm not
glad,
okay.
I'm glad Mark is gonna feel the wrath tonight and not me.
What about you, Chris?
No, man, I'm gonna be on my best behavior. I
Is
mean,
that
for
even possible?
Never.
Polly, look, man, Polly, look, man, y'all, look, man, I'm a Christian.
What?
Polly.
Ooh. Okay.
So
What?
what? So hold up, Chris, you just said Christian, right?
Yeah.
Not by your
So,
last name. You talking
okay.
about your last name, right? Not the
Yeah,
denomination. Okay.
I'm a Christian.
So do you think polygamy was in the Bible?
Hey, I have no idea.
He
I
ain't
have
that
no
type
idea.
of Christian.
But yeah, it's just my name, baby.
There were
Uh-oh. Keisha about to preach. Let's
the
go.
lines were crisscrossed in the Bible. There were different, they've done some stuff in the Bible. They're probably not how they're doing it now. And I think they had purposes for that, but that's a whole nother topic.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but the whole thing with poly, I mean, I don't think, because I know poly is mainly when it's like everybody's together and it's a couple.
Mhm.
I don't think I could do that because that's just like too many personalities all at the same time. So the whole poly relationship, I mean, it wouldn't be for me because you know how you have like some religions. I know we was talking about that. I know like in the Middle East where they have the one guy, he's got the his concubines.
Yep.
And he got the concubines, and you got all of these wives and the sister wives, and they're all in the same house. And I'm like, man, that's like, I don't think that's a good idea.
What you think, Keisha?
I couldn't do it. Listen, I don't like the shit. I don't like.
You meant to share, right? You said share, right?
I don't like to share.
Okay.
What is
I
happening?
don't like to share when it comes down to my partner. I don't like to share. So I wouldn't be a good candidate for that because I'm just the thought knowing, that something else is going on. They'll kick me out the house or whatever. I'll be out of the relationship with them because it ain't gonna work. Yeah.
Well, hear me out. So everybody automatically goes to multiple females. But like let's think about this. How many times in conversation have we said, if I could take a little bit of him and a little bit of him and a little bit of him and make one person, like, dude, like, I mean,
What
I'm not
What are we talking about? I mean, you taking a little bit of what?
like somebody's intelligence, somebody's humor, somebody's compassion. Like, because it takes a lot to get that all in one person, and then like them being like, I mean, I'm not saying I could do it because I think I would get exhausted because dealing with one dude is enough because you guys are confusing. I don't understand you. And half the time I don't even like you. So having multiple in the house like that, I mean, they would have to have a day. Like, okay, your day is Monday, your day is Wednesday, your day is Friday. Like, I can't be.
But
I mean, yeah,
can I
people
say
doing that
something?
now. People
Yeah,
doing
that's
that
what I
now.
want to say,
Oh, I'm
Chris.
about to say, I
They
know
doing
you
it.
ain't.
People
But the
doing that
difference is people with that, they know what's happening. But when people are not aware that it's happening, that's what's
cheating.
happening. I feel right
That's
now.
Yeah.
cheating. That's something different.
I mean,
I'm
what?
talking about the
No, well,
dudes
it
would
wouldn't be
know.
cheating. No, it wouldn't be cheating as
If the
long
dudes
as, I
don't
mean, if
know,
you're not in a committed, if you're not a committed relationship, but if you own that, hey, look, man, I got other people. I'm not looking for nothing serious, kicking with other people, and you have different people scratching different itches, then yeah, then I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
But we're talking in the form of poly, so
yeah,
everybody
that
knows it.
everybody knows it because
Everybody
what you're
knows it.
talking
Like,
about is
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, everybody's under one roof most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's got a different room and set schedules or whatever, and whatever they do, everybody has chores and all this other stuff. And it's just
Yeah, that's too
a
much. I
whole.
couldn't do
It's like
that.
it's like a little tribe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you would think, like you said, Chris, you said you're dealing with different personalities, and then what Michelle's saying, like you got a little bit of this somewhere, a little bit of that, a little bit of this. But that may be how some people that do poly consider it. You know what I'm saying? They might have a person where they can shop all day with, might have a person where they can talk all day with, and then might have a person that just has that physical attribute that they require. But I mean, when it comes down to it, I mean, it's just I don't feel like it's. I mean, my opinion, I really don't conduct. I mean, I don't agree with it, but if that's what that person wants to do, that's what they want to do. But
Yeah, I
what
couldn't
if
do it.
someone tried to invite you to it though? What
It's
if you were
happened and you're just
invited?
like, no, thank you. Like, because most of the times it's because they got another chick, and it's okay if it's more dudes and one chick, but when you got other chicks, like the crazy in me won't do it. I can't do it. Like, I literally know I have an issue with jealousy. I do, and I'm not catching the case for nobody. Well, I mean, it depends.
Your kids. You already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's a good segue into open relationships, though. So with open relationships, it's not so much you're in a tribe, like Marcus said. It's more of you doing your thing, they're doing their thing, and then you guys come together and do y'all's thing, and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do y'all say about
Right.
that?
I'm all for that.
You good with that, Chris?
Oh yeah, I'm all for that. But like I said, as long as, and this what guys don't know, as long as you're being upfront, and if you're letting the women know what it is up front, and then you basically let them decide if they're willing to like be down with that. And if not, then I mean, hey, don't even keep moving forward with it. Now it will come over time. Feelings may become attached, but that's when you still have to like kind of do like the period checkups just to make sure, hey, look, man, where your head at, you know how it is and everything like that. So I mean, you can kind of not have that person get attached. But I know it is hard when you're like being with somebody like that. I mean, that emotional attachment is going to come eventually.
I'm thinking more of people that are together and like either they're married or they're in a relationship and they're fine with having other people come into their relationship. They have like, I mean, from my understanding, I've heard of people that have told me like they have rules.
Mhm.
Like they'll say like, we're in a full relationship. When we're together, we're together. But when we go out and we see somebody that that they have potential in and they want to bring them back, then they let that person know or whatever what they're doing. And it's kind of like,
That sounds
I
like
guess it's
borderline
totally.
poly, though.
I mean, but it
Oh yeah,
is, but it's not, because it's like you just bringing that person in for that, whatever you want to do with that person at that time. And then it's all already. It's kind of like it's borderline poly, but it's just like you
Because you
bringing
guys are
some extra
sharing. You
nigga
guys are
down.
sharing that one person. Like I ain't sharing nobody.
No,
I have.
they're not sharing. It's like if you gonna
Is it
bring another dude in, and he gonna bring another female in.
Yeah.
okay? So is
So
it kind of? Oh, I'm sorry. Is it? I got a question. So is it kind of like having just like a cuddy buddy?
Mhm.
Just somebody who
Yeah.
you
no,
okay, we hooking up, but we're not together. I know you seeing other people. I'm seeing other people too.
There
It
you
is what it
go.
is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, but they have this thing now. I don't know if you guys heard about it. It's called ENM, and it's on ethical non-monogamy. And basically, what that's like two people that they're in a committed, intimate relationship, but then they also have agreed that they can have those intimate relationships with people outside the relationship, and they've come to that agreement.
Do they know about the outside people, or do they introduce them to the outside person, or is that just something they have on the side of
Yeah,
themselves?
no, now that's just part of like you said, as far as the rules and what you establish, like, hey, how much is going to be disclosed about the other people that we're involved with. So that's just all about what the two people agree with.
Only way I could do it is if I don't care about the person. It would have to
Um,
be a strict. I'm talking about me, not you. I'm talking. It has to be completely physical. Like I could care less about your day. I don't care about your kids. I don't care about your job. Um, because once
Mhm.
I cross an intimacy line, that's when the crazy switch comes on, and I'm not sharing.
I have been able to just have a cuddy buddy. Somebody who I know is not. This is not somebody that I want to have anything more with other than just that. I have done that before by
But were
my
you in a
choice.
relationship with somebody else who knew?
No, I was just dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of people were in open relationships that the other person didn't know they were in an open relationship. Right? Chris, Marcus, I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of open relationships and the other person just didn't know it was open.
yeah, I believe, yeah, that's true. But look, that's why you have to always check for understanding and making sure people like know what it is and what's going on. Because you don't treat it one way,
You
but
can
then
catch a
it's
case.
totally opposite. So that's why you just be upfront and like I said, and guys would be surprised by how many women are. Oh, I know Michelle says she's not sharing, but a lot of women are okay with that.
And you know what? Let me add to that. A lot of women I've come in contact with who are like executive, who are at the top, and they've been single for so long, they feel like they have what they need. A lot of those category of women, I know I have provided therapy for, was okay with that. They okay.
They're open with having a relationship and being open.
No, they're just open with being open. Like, I don't really want it. This is all I want. But as far as being in a relationship and being open with somebody else, and they not know, or with them knowing,
That's the
which
thing
one do you
about the
prefer?
open relationship is your partner knows you're smashing other people because they're
Yeah.
smashing other people, and y'all are cool with that.
No, I didn't come in contact with that one.
Mm. I mean, I think when I
I
was
know I'm not okay with it.
when I was younger, when I was in the Air Force, I think 90% of relationships in the military are open. And I think it was more of the unsaid openness, like, okay, we're doing all the relationship stuff, and people might think we're in a relationship, but I know you're doing other
Nah,
stuff, and I'm doing other stuff, and we're cool with
Yeah.
that. But
Or they got a
again,
wife or husband at home.
right, when people go on deployments and whatnot, but that's different because the other party doesn't know, so that's just straight cheating. I think it really comes down. I know for me personally, I could not do it unless I don't care about the either person. And I can't do that now. Like I can't sleep with somebody and not have a connection. I can't do it. I mean, back in the day I could, but I can't do it now. So that would throw open relationships out the door. But I know I haven't met anybody who was an actual open relationship or an open marriage, but I'm curious to see how successful they are. Like if there are any numbers or stats that, you know what I'm saying?
Now what do you define as success?
Like they're both happy. They're both
Oh,
happy with the arrangement.
I mean, well, if they still together and it's been
You can be
multiple
together with
years,
somebody
then
and be completely upset, disgusted, and hated.
I mean, yeah, I guess so in this economy, but yeah.
All right. Long distance relationships. What do y'all think about that?
That's an open relationship.
My long
Man,
distance
shut the
relationship is
hell
open
up.
relationship.
No, it's not.
No, I'm like, dude, like, okay,
Yes, it
long
is.
distance. Okay.
Anybody wanting to date
Yeah.
Chris who does not live near him, he calls these open relationships. So just be aware.
Yeah.
Look, man, hold on, man. I can do my own disclaimer.
Mm.
But now hold up. Now, long distance. How long of a distance are we talking? Are we talking about like an hour or two away? Or are we talking about like halfway across the country?
Let's do 7 hours.
7 hours. So that's
Yeah.
I mean that's a good trip. Yeah, that's a good. I mean that right there. Like I can understand. Like okay, you got this person, you talking to them, but then it's like, how often are you seeing this person? Are they 7 hours away? Are you seeing them like once a week? If it's every other weekend, once a month? And it's like when you're in a relationship, there's certain things that you need. And I'm not just talking about sex. I know that's what y'all think I'm getting at. But you just I don't know. I just feel as though if you have somebody that it's at times where you may like need certain things and they aren't there, like after a rough day, you needing somebody to like rub your back or just give you a shoulder massage or something like that.
Yeah. So what are you saying?
I'm just saying, like, I mean, I know me personally, I don't think I could do a long distance relationship like that.
I freaking thrive. I thrive in long distance.
Oh man.
And let me tell you why.
Like how? Yeah,
Because
please do.
like I don't need somebody up under me 24/7. And I'm not going to be up under somebody 24/7. Like I don't need that. As long as there's a consistency in communication and when we do see each other it's intentional. And there's plans to move towards each other. I'm not saying stay long distance for freaking ever. But I don't require a lot of what other people might require. Like I don't need your cuddles 24 freaking 7. I don't need your cuddles 7 days a week. Like let's meet up when we need to meet up and get on the schedule. And then if things keep going great, then okay, I guess we can move close together. But like it allows me to keep my independence. And for me that's really important. If somebody feels like they're suffocating me, I'm out the door. I can't do it. So it allows me to move into a situation slower. And then I like to travel. Like I will get on the road and go someplace. I'll just wake up and go. So distance is not a big thing. And then like there's planes, Chris. There's planes, there's schedules, people who work from home. I can go wherever the hell I want to go. So I guess it comes down to the individual and what they have the resources to do. Because if you can't drop a plane ticket at the drop of a hat, then okay, it might not be for you. If you don't have the ability to get on the road and drive when you need to, it might not be for you. If you are somebody who needs that attention 24/7, it might not be that for you. I was talking to one of my friends and she said she needs to be up under her man's armpit every day. Every freaking day. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like, that's fine for her, but I don't need to be up under anybody every freaking day. Like, you have a life, I have a life.
Well,
We'll make it work
I'm,
until we need to move closer. If the person's
but
important enough.
for me, I can do like up to 2 hours away. Um, I don't have to be up under him 24 hours a day, but I know when I'm going through my moments, I need to be able to get to him within like 2 hours. If I just like,
Or
if
have a
I'm really,
really
really
good
missing
shower
him,
head.
Oh
I like to
no,
be held. I like to be held and all the other stuff that come with it. So I yeah, that
hold
ain't gonna
up.
be enough for me.
What hold on. Why did this turn to through the looking glass after dark? Like what?
Y'all don't
we,
act like, don't
we're,
act.
I'm telling you why I would want to be 2 hours or less. Okay. And it's not just for that, it's just for sometimes you just need a hug or you just need to see that person or whatever. You
Yeah,
would like to be on FaceTime. You know would like to. But
yeah.
what?
No, see,
Sure.
no, so that's what I'm
Yes.
nah. What I'm getting at is like, okay, so what about those times when we never know when we're gonna have a bad day. We never
Right.
know when they're gonna happen. So you having this
Right.
bad day and you need that like instant comfort.
What is
And I know
instant
you said
comfort?
2 hours of
You
A
talking about
hug?
somebody to
like,
You
confide
want a
in, somebody
hug?
to talk to,
yeah,
You want a
somebody
hug.
sometimes you just need that
phone
warm
call.
embrace.
You need it. So
No,
you're
you need
saying you
that
need a
warm
hug.
embrace. Yes, need a hug. You need that warm embrace at the end of
No,
a
it's so
stressful
cute,
day.
Chris. I'm loving this. Oh,
You said what? What you
nothing.
say?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, and I understand you can talk to somebody, and if this person is very special to you, then they can comfort you with their words. But sometimes you just need, like I said, that warm embrace and like just to feel the other person, and you just, yeah, I don't know.
I
It
just
might be my military background where there's
Uh,
been deployments, and separations where I'm just used to it. So, like, if I need a hug, I'll hug my damn self. I'm good.
I mean, I guess
hey,
that's the discipline part. I believe
yeah,
Yeah.
of the
Yeah. And
discipline
that
uh,
might
part.
be
I
it.
mean, what you know what I'm saying. So it's like this like you said, like Michelle said, plane ticket, drive. If you're 2 hours away, then yeah, you can jump in the car and just go up there. But by the time you get there, you probably don't process it out, so you won't need a hug.
oh, get a hug
So
from somebody else.
Oh, oh yeah. The hug still happens, Marcus. The hug still happens.
Yeah, but in 2 hours you can get a hug from somebody else.
And here we go. So you're back to the cheating again.
Love the person.
Right. Thank you, Keisha. What happened to love?
Yeah,
What's
look,
love
man.
got to do with it? Go ahead.
No, love comes in different forms and shapes and sizes. So, man,
shapes and sizes.
Chris, if you want a person, like, don't let them listen to the podcast, please.
dude, hey, look, man. I look, man. Like, I'm a good person, man. Like, yeah, I'm a
You
good
are.
person. I'm a good person.
Hmm.
That wasn't very assuring, Keisha.
I mean, you are a good
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
But
No.
we know
Mm-mm.
if it's more than 2 hours,
Yeah, hey, you're gonna get the hug from somewhere else, buddy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
How about you, Marcus? What do you say? You've been throwing little things off and on, but, like, what's your
I mean, it can be done. I mean, the distance, it can be done. Um, I agree with what you were saying about as far as like getting there and making plans and preparing stuff and having stuff done. When y'all come together, and then like you said, be intentional. And like with the distance, like this, like over 7 hours, and yeah, you can catch a flight. I don't think nobody really wants to drive 7 hours, but people will do it. But I think it's got to be a mutual commitment.
right?
So you know,
It has to
again, when
be
we go back to
mutual. Communication has to be big too.
yeah, and that's
Yeah.
and I was just about say that communication has to be a key factor in it because I mean you pretty much gonna be talking to each other most of the time if you're not together, up under each other's armpits or anything like that. So communication's got to be key, and then you gotta let each other know what's going
Yeah.
on.
And that could be a good indicator too if this person's even your person, because if you can't communicate, it's definitely going to come to a head in that. Like, I can't even have a intelligent conversation with you. What are we doing? Because when you do have long distance relationships, it's about intention. And anybody who like for pointers, I always say, look, before you leave them, already have another meeting on the books. Okay, let's already hit our schedules up. When are we going to see each other again? Be consistent in the communication. I might be the, well, I won't be the morning call because I'm not a morning person. I'll be the night call and the other person will be the morning call, and be consistent about that. So you expect, you build the relationship, but again, like Marcus said, it comes down to the communication, it comes down to the commitment of both people. And I would also say have plans of how long this setup is going to be. Like I'm all for long distance relationships, but I'm also saying there really needs to be an end date. Like, okay, I can't just get up and leave because of my job, or I can't just get up and leave, the kids are in school, blah blah blah. But let's look out in the next 6 months. We got to figure out who's going to make the move, or if we're going to pick a place and jointly do it. And that comes into the communication, the dedication. But when you are in different locations, it really comes down to seeing if this is your person, because you're going to have to trust that person. We know Chris ain't the one. Chris is not the one. You're going to have to be able to communicate. You're going to have to be able to make plans. You're going to have to be consistent, and you're going to have follow through. And if you don't have any of those, then I wouldn't recommend it. If you have, I had a friend who was in a long distance one, and oh my God, this dude wasn't doing anything. But if he did not respond within a certain amount of time or call, he was automatically cheating. And I'm like, that ain't gonna work. If you don't have trust, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. But I wouldn't throw it out. I wouldn't like discount it. Like if somebody's like thinking about doing it, I wouldn't discount it. I would just, you have to plan. You have to plan, because you can be with somebody every freaking day and that relationship sucks. But it's just because they're there and they're accessible. You know what I'm saying? You have to put a little bit of work in. Yeah, you get content with freaking garbage.
Yeah.
Like my boy Oscar says, I love trash. You get used to it. You know that song, don't you? You know the Oscar the Grouch song?
I do.
What were you about to say, Chris?
I was waiting to hear the song. Look, hey, yo, no, for y'all, I'm like, yo, I was waiting for y'all to break out in the song. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, so all right, so you don't believe that a long distance relationship can be long term?
I'm looking at Keith's face. I think it can if the two people want it. Both parties have to want it.
Oh, okay.
Or you might find yourself in an open relationship. You didn't know how you got there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man.
Age.
I don't know. I mean, I just know it ain't for me.
What's that? The distance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, yeah. The distance. I know I can't do that.
So you said, okay. Michelle, you said age?
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so age gap, age difference in
Yeah,
dating.
age.
Like what's a safe
15 years and up. 15
age,
years and up.
15 years and up. What do y'all think about that? 15 years and up.
15. I mean,
you can get worms.
No, I can't do it. I mean, well, yeah.
You get worms.
Well, I know when when I was like in my early 20s.
Okay.
Look, now when I was in my early 20s, I mean, like I said, I I think it's myself, and other people think it's me. I'm pretty mature for my age. But it's like when I was in my when I was in my early 20s, like it was, I mean, it was normal for me to be like talking with someone that was like 10, 12, 15 years older than me. And it's like, I mean, like I said, it was all right. I mean, even now, I mean, somebody, yeah, women in their mid 50s, I think I can do that.
Hmm.
You get worms.
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, okay.
Okay.
Got medicine for that.
Oh God.
I don't think so.
Dude,
But
how do you know? How
They
do you
do.
know this? How do you know, Chris?
What?
hey,
How do I know what?
Hey,
Oh,
hey, we'll
HIPAA.
get you
HIPAA.
one.
Let's put your business out there. HIPAA. Let's protect
No,
it.
hold on. Hey, they do got medicine for, like, man, I know it's not the same. Now, I've never had a dog, but I've known people that have dogs, and the dogs get worms, and they get a dog's medicine for it.
Think this is
It's
the
different
same.
type of worms,
Oh
but
my God.
I don't
Help
know,
us,
man.
Keisha.
They don't have one. They don't have
Well, I dated someone who
Story time.
was
Story time.
wind it up. Anyway,
Wind it up.
okay. Yeah, okay. So I dated someone for a short period of time who was about 15 years older. But he was in perfect shape. Bill works out. He doesn't look it to me. If he didn't. He didn't look it to me. But he's in very good shape. Like his physique is off the chain. I'm telling you. But we dated for a short period of time. It wasn't the age that was a problem. It was other things that play a part. Not necessarily, not in that area. It was
it
other
a conversation?
It was some conversation. Unfortunately, some insecurities, trust issues. So
He had insecurities?
yeah, he had some trust issues. But it
Probably
wasn't
has much more now after talking to you.
of what y'all may be thinking. It was just he had some. I don't know why he had some trust issues. So that was different.
You know why.
Oh, that was a no-go. So he's a cool dude though. But
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I mean,
I got daddy
business
issues.
Entrepreneur, a lot of good traits, but not some traits wouldn't as good, but a lot of pretty much a good profile. But
he looked good on paper.
But no, it wasn't for me.
Is it not a red flag?
What part of it?
Like okay, if you know he's like 15 years older than you, is it not a red flag? Like why is he not settled down with someone? Or
well, his wife died. His wife passed away.
Way to go, Marcus. Mm-hmm. Way to bring that up,
Marcus.
Yeah. I just asked a question.
Yeah, he was previously married. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she passed away.
Oh. Me and Chris have problems because that should be funny.
I'm hurt.
But I mean, let's be honest now. You can't just look at the age of a person.
Yeah.
Because if you just dating somebody your age, that doesn't mean that they're mature enough to, rumble with you. So I wouldn't say, now, I only tried it once. But I mean, when you look at age, you can't really, I just don't think you can just focus on the age of a person. It's got to be so much more than just their age. That's what I think.
What about you?
I mean, some people are happy about it. I don't know. I don't think I ever taught anybody 15 years older than me.
I know I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Because for one, I know myself. Like I have daddy issues, so my first thing would be, why am I talking to this guy? Like, is he fulfilling something else? You know what I'm saying? And I can't. I that would not be a healthy dynamic. Looking at my partner to fulfill what I did not get from my father. So I would have to be very clear
On
why. Right. I would have to be very clear on why I was doing it.
I wasn't looking for a father figure. This is just, I know for me personally, this was someone I met. It was good conversation, and it was to the point where you really didn't look at age. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't like an age wasn't necessary a focus. So it was
man. The
something
conversation will get
short.
you.
It wasn't nothing, you know what I'm saying, long term, but I did date someone who was, yeah.
What you about to say, Keisha?
That's it. That's all I got.
I'm about to say, I thought it was a dramatic pause too.
No, that's all I got.
But like I said, I definitely date somebody 15, 20 years older than me.
You would do that.
We know, because you got the medicine. You got the meds for the worms.
No, I mean, it's getting cool out. This is, I'm saying, crock pot season. So them cougars know how to use a crock pot. It's getting cold outside. Look, man, it's crock pot season.
Crock pot. That's the first time I heard it.
I thought
it was cuffing season. You call
it the thing, the youngins call it cuffing season. You know what I'm saying? You get my age, man, like, oh, that's all good, fine and dandy, but that's crock pot season. I want me a warm meal in my belly to warm me up. You know? And
he wants warm hugs too. I'm just gonna but you need to be on Frozen. What's that damn snowman's name? He likes warm hugs.
Olaf.
Oh my God, you Olaf. Chris is Olaf. I like warm hugs.
I'm telling y'all, hey, the range where we can go from talking to Sesame Street to high power toys.
Never know what you're gonna get. It was no toys. I said a shower head, sir. A shower head. That ain't no toy.
It's still a toy. I mean, hey,
it's all about how you
sounds
use
like
it.
You playing with it. So
all about how you use it.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Oh
my goodness. She needs warm hugs too.
All right. Look, let's just go now saying, do you want to build a snowman? Because I'm getting real uncomfortable. Oh my God.
What is happening? Crash altitude.
Crock pot season. This is
Chris has the cure for worms. This is great. This is great. Woo! So what are some other? Oh, go ahead, Chris. Oh, Marcus, you gonna say?
No, I was like,
somebody 20 years older than you.
No, I can do it. I could do it.
I bet you could.
Could you screw somebody 15, 20 years older?
I bet you could, Marcus. I bet you could.
Why you betting I
could? Go. Why you try to put him in a trance to make sure he gonna go out and do it?
I do hypnotherapy.
Hey, look, man. I know what a spell cast look like. I bet you could.
I bet you could.
Now you got me saying it.
I can't do it.
I bet you could.
No, I'm good.
Motivation.
What are you about to say, Shell?
No. Oh no. What about younger though? Would you be able to date?
Hell no.
Be able to date somebody?
The lowest, the youngest I'll go is 4 years.
What? I mean, no. It sounds like it's a consensus. Hell no.
What's the youngest you go, Chris?
Cops are listening.
No, man. What? What? Oh my God! Hey, look, man, you gotta cut that out, man. You gotta gotta cut that part out. What?
Now
Yeah,
listen,
no. I mean, but for real, like the youngest, I could probably maybe like early 30s. Like
Okay.
I said, yeah, early 30s.
No 20, 28, 27.
Nah, man, cause look, nah, that's like, whew, nah.
how about you, Keisha?
Mm, me, maybe about 6 years, somewhere up in there. 6, 7 is pushing it, but maybe about 6 years.
But I've met
Agreed.
some younger people who are much more mature than some people within my bracket. You know what I'm saying? So I think too, it comes down to the individual. Because I met some young people who act old as like he damn 80 years old, and he's like
Yeah, that
40,
old soul.
raised by old
Uh,
people, maybe I don't know. But
Mhm.
so I do think that comes into it as well. But I think the older it gets, there's going to be differences with generational, experiences. You're gonna have to be showing her how to download a picture on her freaking phone. You won't want to text with her, and she gonna have the flip phone. Like, there's gonna be barriers, Chris. So I'm just saying, how can you set up my router?
What?
What's wrong with that? Okay, so I mean,
I do that enough at work.
so
I don't want to come home and have to do it again.
hey, I mean, it is what it is.
Hmm.
It's a beautiful thing.
Can't set up the router. That's a
I'm
one-time
saying,
job.
whatever. She
That's
got the
one. That's the
the
one.
flip
That's
phone
the
with the
one
big
job.
words. The flip phone with the big words, the big letters.
not the text message. All caps.
Look,
He
man.
yelling at
Y'all, look,
everybody.
man. First,
Did
look,
you
man.
get my
Y'all shouldn't talk
selfie?
about old people
You
like
get my
that.
selfie, Chris?
I say, yeah, I got it. I'm joking. I'm dead serious, man. That's
Oh,
what
I
I'm looking
know.
for. I'm looking for a cougar. They can hit
But you
me.
know
Okay,
what?
it's been out there. Here you go.
I guess it's beyond that. It's how a person treats you too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So when you look at the bigger picture, um, weigh out the goods and bads. I mean, hey,
And people still screw it up.
huh?
And people still screw it up.
Sometimes.
So it's
Mm.
really having focus on what you're looking for, regardless of age, and having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I really feel that even if it's poly, if it's open, if it's long distance, if it's 15 plus year difference, it all comes down to having a conversation about what the other person wants, what they're going to tolerate, and if it's something that you can provide and it's something that you can agree to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what it comes down to. So, I mean, I know we were making jokes and everything else, but everybody's relationship is their relationship, and no one has the right to look at what you're doing and telling you it's wrong unless it's a child, and that's illegal. But when we're talking about situations where, you don't understand the relationship, but it's working for those two people, then leave them the hell alone and get out of their business. I've been in
Right.
some weird ass relationships, and from the outside looking in, it probably looked like a damn circus. And it probably was. But as long as I'm happy and the other person's happy, I could care less what anybody else thinks. And I think that's the same for everything we just talked about. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean,
Right.
what's for you is for you and that person. So continue doing what you do that makes you happy and follow through.
Right,
You know what
Chris?
I'm saying?
Oh, now you ain't talking. You ain't got nothing to say. You know what? He ain't talking. He trying to be so extra.
How am I being extra?
How you giving me thumbs up when I'm asking you questions? You giving me gang
No,
signs
but
and whatnot. This is interesting. We got Olaf. We got Oscar. I'm loving it. Ooh, it's gonna be fun marketing this episode. Yes.
I don't even know. It's rated R to rated I mean, I
For
wouldn't say
everybody.
E for everybody.
Everybody.
Because this conversation ain't for everybody.
You never know what you're gonna get.
There's some part. It's part of the conversation I don't even think I was prepared for.
Yeah, you lost again, like last week. You were lost.
Nah, I definitely won't lost. But look,
I mean, it's just typical adult conversation. That's all.
Yeah, I mean it is.
And here comes the Virgo to clean it up.
Rated R. I don't think it was too rated R. I think you can read it between the lines, but it wouldn't. I don't know.
I mean, damn, all I said was showerhead, Chris, and you tripping.
Have you tried it though, Chris, the shower head?
I don't think it works the same way for them. I don't think it works the same way for them.
Hey, look, man. What? Oh my God. Yeah.
It doesn't work. Listen, it doesn't work the same, but they can still use it in
when you get
ways.
When you get in the undercarriage.
Yeah,
Look, man. if we gonna go there, we're gonna go there. Like, look, man, all right, whatever.
They didn't come out my mouth.
I'm part of the crew now.
All right. We'll see what happens this evening, huh? We're gonna try it out. I know. I see it in your face. I see it. Look at him. I can tell. He wanting us to close this up right now. Wrap it up.
You're gonna try it. Let us know how
you're gonna try it.
You know we're here for you.
You're gonna try it. Marcus will help him out.
Yeah.
Marcus,
look, man. Hey, look, man. No, man. Look, dude, come on, man. Like, that was look. Man.
Walked right into it.
No.
Air guns.
Nah, man. No. Oh my God, man. Oh. Man.
Got some techniques. So we have got
good night.
We have got to the thank you all for if you gotten this far. I'm sorry and thank you. Yeah. Keep checking us out on our TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, blah blah blah. All the things. Website www.thelookingglass.fans. The 30-day challenge starts in about a week. I already put the first episode, well, not episode to what we're doing, but I'm doing some partner collaboration with Daryl from All Things Black Podcast, and we did our first recording, so that's probably gonna be one of the couple of the first episodes that we put out. Very interesting conversation, so look out for that. And if we do have any cougars who want to reach out for to Chris, he's email us cchristian@thelookinglass.fans. Go ahead and send them some recipes for your crock pots, and please know you have to live within 2 hours. 2 hours, because after that, it's off. So yeah, and,
they older. They look, man. They got to be right around the corner.
Wow. He's tightening up that range. So you got to be go ahead and right now.
This just got shorter.
Does anybody have anything they want to say before we jump off this boat here?
I'm good.
What?
Say bye.
Mark's trying to hurry up and end this.
He gotta get to that shower.
Yeah, he trying to get to that shower. Marcus,
Tingling sense.
Get your oils. Oh God.
Oh man.
So no one has anything they want to say before we crawl out of this rabbit hole.
Just gotta get out.
Oh,
right,
yes.
All right. Well, again, thank you all for listening, and as always, you guys take care, stay safe, be well.
Oh, I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash.
I'm Olaf, and I like warm hugs.